Well, we've had a lot of weakness in the stock market over the past few weeks. That creates great opportunity. And I'm going to show you how to take advantage of some of these big name stocks that are on sale because of the big sell-off we've had over the last couple of weeks. There's some very simple things you can look for to know when the stock is likely making a bottom. And for the trader, you can take advantage of some big swings. And we're going to walk through two of the biggest stocks in the world, Tesla and NVDA. And I'll walk you through the whole concept of when to buy these things on a sort of bottom fish. You know, there's that old saying, don't try to catch a falling knife, and these stocks have been falling knives, but there's some signs that they may be bottoming. So let's go through that. And what I want to do to begin is draw a little picture of how trends typically reverse. And so if we go to the screen here, typical downward trend cycles downward like this, and the first step is breaking the downward trend, and we can define a downward trend line by drawing a line across those tops. And then the second step is it builds a rising bottom. So we can define this low as being higher than this low. That makes it a rising bottom, and then breaks up from the rising bottom. And at that point, it's breaking a downward trend line from a rising bottom. That's what we want to look for. Now you can do this on many different time frames. So let's begin by looking at the chart of the Russell 2000 index. We're going to go to the 1 month chart, and we can see that the Russell 2000, which is small cap stock index, is in a downward trend, right? And we haven't really broken that. We're not really building a rising bottom. We've just got this low here. There's no rising bottom yet. Let's take a look at the S&P 500, SPY, and go to the 1 month chart. And there too, you can see that we're still in this downward trend. We are starting to build a little rising bottom, but we need to break the downward trend line from a rising bottom. So the two main market indexes that I've just shown, IWM and SPY, have not yet given a reversal signal. But now let's dive into the charts of Tesla and NVDA because they are looking a little better. So Tesla, TSLA, and we'll go to the intraday chart. I'm going to make this a 1 month, 60-minute chart. By the way, if you use the Stockscores website, this is my website, you have these nice buttons up here at the top where you can do these sort of quick changes of time frame. I'll show you why in a moment, but when we're looking for these short-term bottoms, I want to use like a 30-minute chart or a 60-minute chart. You can go shorter too, but and I'll show you that in a minute. But let's just do it this way for now. So here is the downward trend line. We'll draw it in red. And you can see that we're just knocking on the door of the downward trend line. And Tesla is building a rising bottom. So if it can break through, let's give a price on this. If it can break through 252 roughly, just right in there, if it starts to move up through that, then you're getting a short-term signal of a bottom. Doesn't mean the signal, but it's probably a tradable signal where the stock has a good chance to go up to the next level of resistance at $300. Let's take a look at NVIDIA, which has also been beat up over the last little while. And we're going to go to the intraday. We'll go 1 month, 60-minute, and draw the trend line cutting across these tops. And there you can see that we've broken the downward trend line, but it's from a new low, not from a rising bottom. So if it now is building this rising bottom and then breaks to the upside through 117, 118, it should start a recovery. And so these are two stocks that you want to consider for buys. Now, I want to show you one other thing. This methodology can be applied to any time frame. If you were looking for a very long-term bottoming process for a stock, like let's say it's an oil and gas stock that's been really beat up over the last year and a half, you could apply this to a weekly chart. If you're a very short-term trader, you could apply this to a 5-day, 5-minute chart. Let's do that on NVIDIA. So if I go to 5-day, 5-minute, what we see is that NVIDIA actually broke the downward trend line yesterday from a rising bottom. And so that was a buy point for the person that's trading that 5-minute chart, buying at 110.50, and today it closes at 116. So the shorter term trader should already have bought this. The swing trader, who's looking at that weekly chart, has not yet had a reason, but it might be tomorrow. Let's look at Tesla on a very short-term basis, 5-day, go 5-day, come on, 5-minute. And here is our downward trend line on Tesla. We haven't really broken it yet. We were heavily oversold. We've bounced back up to the trend line going along it. And if it can now move up off of that, then that would be something to consider. Now, while we're at stockscores.com, this is my website. Just a reminder, I do a free weekly email newsletter. Just click on See More and you can get this free email. I pick stocks, I teach things about trading. There's also some upcoming events if you want to learn more about how to trade the stock market. These are all free and they're coming up in March. And I hope that you register for some of those. I also hope you subscribe to the Stockscores YouTube channel. If you found this video helpful, please click on that like button as well. And most importantly, trade well.